All right, thank you so much. So let's quickly go through this question. We shall be doing question by question, topic by topic. So we are in 2023 final physics, that is Science 5124 physics. So we are on electricity, of course. That's the topic we shall start with. So let's go. The first question reads, what charge is acquired by a material that loses electrons? So when you look at the word electron is a it's a negative charge. So when a material loses electrons, probably it gains the positive charge. So in this case, to answer the question here, the answer is the positive charge. State one natural occurrence of static electricity. Occurrence, we are talking about natural instances where static electricity is experienced. So one of the natural occurrences where static electricity is experienced is that of lightning. Then now let's go to question C. Figure B7.1 shows a circuit diagram with three different resistors connected to 224 volts supply. So we've been given the voltage, which is 24 volts. You check the connection of these three resistors. You bear with me. If we can name this one as R1, resistor 1, this one as R2, resistor 2, and this one as R3, which is termed as resistor 3. Therefore, resistor 2 and resistor 3 are connected in parallel in this case. Then R1 is connected in series. So now, if you find the combined, the resultant resistance of R3 and R6 of 3 ohm resistor and 6 ohm resistor, then we should be able to make this to be in series with the other resistor, which is on the other side here. But our first question here reads, define resistance. So to define the term resistance, we are simply saying this is the opposition. This is the opposition to the flow of charges. I think this is the best and simplest definition that we can give. It's the force that is applied in the circuit which resists the flow of current in other definition. Then we go to the next question, which says calculate the total resistance in the circuit. We find the total resistance which is flowing in the circuit or provided in the circuit. In this case, we are simply talking about the resistance which is provided by the three resistors. That is R1, R2, and R3. So for us to find the total resistance, we need first to find the effective resistance. That is the 3 ohm resistor and 6 ohm resistor. Whatever result we get from here, we should be able to add to this one here. Okay? So we'll start with these two here. So effective resistance or combined resistance is equal to, we've named this one as R2, that other one as R3. This one as R2, this one as R3. We first multiply, afterwards we will now add them. So we can simply put in the values that we have. The value of R2, it is 3 ohms, okay, times the value of R3, it is 6 ohms, over the same will be added now down there. So the combined resistance is equal to 3 times 6, we get 6 ohms, and 3 plus 9 will get 9 ohms. So the combined resistance is equal to 18 divided by 9 will get 2 ohms. So what we have found there is the combined resistance. But what is the question saying? Find the total resistance. So our total resistance, which is RT, is equal to, since now what we have found here is the resultant resistance or effective resistance, or we call it as combined resistance. Therefore, whatever result we get here, we have to add it to this one, because this resultant resistance now is in the same line with this one. In short, they are now in series connection. So we will add R1 plus combined resistance. So our total resistance will equalize to the value of R1, which is 2 ohms, plus the value of combined resistance, that is another 2 ohms. So we'll have in total now 4 ohms, and you get 2 marks for free. Right, now we go to the next question, which says what is the current in the circuit? To answer this question, we will basically apply the law of Ohms. We call it as Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that the resistance is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the current. So we want to find the